We eat this every day. We've been eating this since we were kids. We've been eating this for our entire life. We see these products in advertisements. We see these products in store shelves. These products that cause cancer. Cancer statistics is growing, it's colossal, but manufacturers of these products primarily care about benefits. Hi friends, I'm Ibra, and what are these products I will tell you in this video. So be sure to subscribe to my channel, click on the bell, and let's go.
The number one product is canned tomatoes, or tomato paste, which is perfectly sold in cans. Of course, scientists have long argued that cans are evil and need to minimize canning, but special attention must be paid to tomato paste in cans because of the high acid content, where it strongly corrodes the walls of the can, creating a carcinogenic chemical components. So the best thing is not to eat canned food at all. Although I understand that this can be quite difficult in our time because a huge number of products are only available in cans. At least buy cans in glass jars. But there is another way if you cannot give it up. At least choose those cans that are not damaged in any way externally. That is, take a can and see that it didn't have any dents, because if they have any dents, in these places are formed a large number of harmful chemical compounds. So inspect the cans necessarily. Product number 2. Farmed fish. Of course, fish is a healthy product, but there are exceptions. This fish that is not caught in the open sea and which is caught on farms. It's not even caught because it lives in a small enclosure. They just get fish out of there. Farmed fish should never be eaten because there can be much more harm than good, because such fish is stuffed with additives and antibiotics. Fish lives in unnatural conditions for itself, in extremely unhealthy conditions. In addition, this fish can contain dioxides, carcinogens. Moreover, it can negatively affect male reproductive function. Product number 3. Popcorn. And first of all, we mean that popcorn that we cook ourselves in the microwave. That is, we buy a regular bag ready-made and start to heat it up. These bags are better not to use in food. These packets contain perfluoroctonic acid. This is the acid that provokes infertility in women as well as cancer. In general, in theory, popcorn itself contains nothing harmful. After all, it's just corn that is heated, and it really is. If it's just corn that is heated, but everything changed when we buy popped in a bag and where those substances are added that are not so useful anymore. The number 4 product is sweeteners. Of course, there are many sweeteners and they are very different, but it has been proven that some sweeteners are carcinogens. In addition, some of them provoke muscle cramps. But there are harmless sweeteners. But if you decide to use sweeteners, then research the issue and use those sweeteners that have no side effects. The number 5 product is red meat. That is really surprising because since caveman times people have eaten red meat, but recent studies show that too frequent consumption of red meat can contribute to colon cancer. Scientists have even calculated that our probability increases by about 20%. Of course, this is not a reason to completely abandon red meat, but for example to make a choice in favor of white meat or fish or cottage cheese perhaps will be a good solution. But it's also worth mentioning the method of cooking. If we strongly fry red meat in oil, then it becomes even more harmful, even more carcinogenic. Of course, there is a steamed meat, not the best in terms of taste solutions, but in terms of disease prevention, it's probably best. Product number 6. Margarine. Margarine is actually evil. It should be abandoned completely. Never eat it, under any sauce, and no excuses. It used to be assumed that margarine is a healthier alternative to butter. Well, because butter contains cholesterol. Cholesterol is bad, and so let's create margarine from vegetable oil, which in theory will be healthier. Practice and long-term studies have shown that in fact margarine is much more harmful than butter. It increases our cholesterol to a much greater extent, and it's a carcinogen. It causes cancer. So if you are used to eating margarine, it's much better if you replace it with butter, and even better, of course, with vegetable oil. But just a vegetable oil that hasn't been treated. Product number 7. Alcohol. Probably only only lazy person didn't talk about the harm of alcohol, what are not attributed negative effects, which is true. Alcohol is harmful, but alcohol is also carcinogen. It has been shown that regular abuse of alcohol can lead to many types of cancer. It has been proven that the women who drink at least one alcoholic beverage a day increases by 30% the likelihood of breast cancer. And some experts believe that after smoking, alcohol is the number 2 factor in the development of cancer. Scientists have also found a very clear cause and effect relationship. Alcohol provokes throat cancer, esophageal cancer, liver cancer, and colon cancer. But this is all applies to non-moderate alcohol consumption, and well, if you drink a little bit of it, nothing bad will happen, but don't abuse it.
So friends, and now it will be very useful to you watch my other video where I talk about 10 most harmful foods. The video have already appeared on your screen, and if you like this video then press like button, share your thoughts and comments below, and see you on my other videos.